All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing. Heat number 1, we'll have Aaron Clark and Kenny Tripp on the front row. Joe Lux, Andrew Thornton have the second row. Jonathan Emerson, Tyler Gelbert round out the field. All the drivers stack up on the front straightaway. Pace car gets ready to lead them around. The cars are rolling. Aaron Clark's gonna lead them. Next time by, the pace car will drop onto the very strange pit road on the back straightaway. Pit road entrance and exit on the back straightaway. And under green flag conditions, pit stops here can get a little bit dicey as the entrance has to cross over the exit. There you see the green cone by the exit. You pull up onto the track here, and you're pulling down onto the track right where that pace car just went. Here they go into turn 3. Aaron Clark leads them down. They fire. Green is in the air. We're down and away at the bull ring. Aaron jumps to a quick start. Kenny Tripp right behind him in second. Joe Lux in third. Everybody tightens it up. Wow, Tripp way up the track, but with Aaron Clark goes around. Let's see what happened with Aaron here. Did he have some help as the 4 dives down? And it looks like the 4 just pushed up and gets into Aaron's bumper. Andrew Thornton is currently scored in second place, but Aaron Clark has not completed his first lap. We could see Andrew Thornton does. He takes the lead. Jonathan Emerson and Joe Lux crashed a moment ago. Oh, look at how close that mess got. And Andrew Thornton was the only one to get through clean. How Andrew Thornton avoided that thing was beyond me. Good evening, Zach. How you doing, buddy? Ethan Wolf stuck in Pensacola, not able to race. Meanwhile, Andrew Thornton now has a 5-second lead over Jonathan Emerson in second, Gelbert in third, Lux in fourth, Aaron Clark in fifth. It's been quite a while since Andrew Thornton has been to victory lane, either in a heat or in a feature. Could tonight be his night? And if it is he going to give himself the flu every Monday night? White flag is in the air for Andrew Thornton. Gelbert just laid down the fastest lap of the race, but still 4.5 seconds back. Thornton sends it into turn 3. And Andrew Thornton wins heat number 1. Gelbert comes home in second, Lux in third, Emerson in fourth. Great job and long overdue seeing Thornton back in victory lane. On to heat number 2. We'll see Ed Sr. and Vern Spring on the front row. Josh Doobie, Edmund Jones have the second row. Jim Johnson looking for the Johnson family sweep here. Starts heat 2 back in 5th. Zach, are you back racing yet? Why don't you come race some Monday nights here, buddy? I have a feeling you would be really good in these cars. One more time around, pace car will drop off on the backstretch. Off into turn 3, Vern Spring controls the start. Green flag in the air, heat 2 underway. Vern out to the lead. Edmund Jones right there with him in second. Jim Johnson all the way up to third now. Doobie in fourth. Ed Sr. drifts back to fifth. A rough start for Ed. Meanwhile, Edmund out in second place trying to run Vern down. Vern maintaining a couple car lengths between him and Edmund. Jim Johnson, though, fastest lap so far. He looks down to the inside on Edmund. Can he get the run into turn 1? He does. He's got the nose in. Drag race down the back straightaway. Jim Johnson looking like he's going to take second here. And he does. Now sets his sights on Vern Spring as they go off into 1. And he gets it in there. Jim Johnson to the lead. Edmund Jones follows him through. Doobie back to third. Vern drifts back to fourth. Ed Sr. not far behind in fifth. Now Edmund looks under Johnson. Oh, look at this. Doobie's going to send it all the way to the bottom. Oh, Edmund and Jim touch. Doobie gets by. Edmund goes around, but Vern Spring, slips into second place as Doobie goes to the lead. White flag is in the air for Josh Doobie. Jim Johnson underneath Vern Spring now for second. Doobie goes into turn 3. It looks like he's going to get it done. Jim manages to recover up to second place. Vern comes home third, Ed Sr. in fourth, and Edmund in fifth. On to a quick warm-up. The drivers get one more shot at getting their cars tuned up. Half the field already running off for practice. The trick here, I think, tonight is going to be getting these cars underneath to make a pass. But if anybody can make a pass on the high side, they may have a very big advantage. Oh, already cars spinning in practice. We talked about it in pre-race. Loose around the track here. The whole track is loose. Andrew tries getting down on that rumble strip section on the apron. Does not end well. Don't forget, right after this, we will have the tour mods. They're also here at the Bull Ring tonight. I guarantee you that one's going to be exciting, and I guarantee you that one's going to have some door banging, some beating on each other, and some chaos. Those cars a lot bigger, a ton of power, a lot of grip, but man, when you get those things up to speed around the bull ring, there is not a lot of space. Jim Johnson looking for the Johnson family sweep. Currently sits up, is the fastest he goes around. Jonathan Emerson currently third fastest. Andrew Thornton second fastest. And there's Emerson going around. Jim Johnson back out. Edmund Jones trying to find some more speed to make up for his problems in Heat 2. All right, warm-up comes to a close. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's time for the main event. Up front, Ed Sr. and Jonathan Emerson will have the front row. Vern Spring, Joe Lux on the second. Jim Johnson, Tyler Gelbert on the third row. Josh Doobie and Andrew Thornton start in the fourth. Aaron Clark and Edmund Jones rounding out the top 10. Kenny Tripp starts out back in 11th. We've seen a lot of passing in some of these heats here tonight. I expect to see a lot more, and 3 wide is easily done here in these cars. Pace car about to drop in. Ed Sr. leads them around turns 3 and 4. Here they go, green in the air, they're away at the bull ring. Everybody makes it through 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. Cars up by the wall. They're trying to get 4 wide into 3. There are cars sliding everywhere. Tyler Gilbert and Aaron Clark have crashed. No caution yet. Let's see what happened. There they were trying to get 4 wide. Oh, a little bit of a bump. Gilbert goes around. What happened to Aaron? Aaron down on the bottom behind all this bumping ahead. Oh, he just gets loose. As we talked about, this track is loose here tonight. Ed Sr. still has the lead. Now Jim Johnson up to second, Doobie in third. Doobie trying to make it happen on the outside here. Jim Johnson trying to get the nose in on Senior. Jim Johnson gets the run out of 2. And it'll be Jim Johnson going to the lead. It looks like Doobie's going to slip through and get second. Senior drifts up the track. Meanwhile, Gelbert back in 10th place, just set the fastest lap. Senior currently holds on to third, Emerson in fourth, now Edmund up to fifth. Edmund gets a massive run out of 4. Shoots it down underneath Jonathan Emerson to take the spot. A big battle going on back behind as Kenny Tripp, Joe Lux, and Vern Spring going at it. Andrew Thornton way behind. He's had a crash. He gets the rumble strips with the inside tire, spins, manages to get the car down so nobody wrecks into him. No caution. Jim Johnson continuing to lead. Doobie in second. Edmund in third. Emerson fourth. Senior in fifth. So far, Edmund, the biggest mover of the race, up 7 spots. Joe Lux currently holding 6. Vern Spring is coming. Tyler Jailbert continuing to try and march his way back to the front. Remember, Jailbert wanted to take it easy tonight, just get a top 5, maybe a top 3 to try and score some points and lock up his title tonight. He looks under Vern as they go off into turn 3. Kenny Tripp tries to follow him through but can't get there. Now Tripp is underneath as Jonathan Emerson is in the wall. And caution is out for the first time tonight. Oh, looks like Emerson had to check up a little bit and ended up losing the back end. And it looks like Jim Johnson and Josh Doobie bring out the caution. Looks like Doobie had quite a run on him, but a little net code at play there. Aaron Clark gets waved back around. He is back to the lead lap. Some of these guys that had issues earlier now get an opportunity to make their way back toward the front. And look at this. It's the Jones family up front. Edmund in the lead. Senior in second. Senior has said in the past if it comes down to the last lap, he would move Edmund for the win. Could that play out here tonight? Joe Lux now in third. Tyler Jailbert up to fourth. Kenny Tripp in fifth. Vern Spring, Jim Johnson, Andrew Thornton, Jonathan Emerson, Aaron Clark, and Josh Doobie rounding out the 11-car field. This time by should be getting 1 to green. Everybody will stack back up. Just shy of the halfway point. Down through 1 and 2, everybody gets side by side. Will they try 4 wide again as they try and fight their way to the front? Pace car is in. Edmund leads them around. Green flag back in the air. Edmund's away out to the lead. Senior up on the high side battling with Joe Lux for second. Joe gets a massive run out of turn 2. Tyler Gilbert on the high side. Kenny Tripp on the bottom. They battle it out. That's the battle for fourth. It looks like Gilbert's going to pull ahead. Jim Johnson now up to sixth, looking under Tripp. Senior goes way up the track. Senior's in the wall. We've got a car spinning. It was Kenny Tripp. No caution yet. Let's see if we can see what happened to Kenny here. I don't think that Senior got to him. Oh yeah, as he bounced off the wall, he clips him and goes around. Meanwhile, Josh Doobie just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Jim Johnson continues his march forward. He is now under Joe Lux and takes third easily. Points leader Tyler Gilbert now up into second, sets his sights on the leader Edmund Jones. Jim Johnson, meanwhile, closing in on Gilbert. Doobie's coming with him. Joe Lux currently running in fifth. Emerson in sixth. Andrew Thornton has fought his way up to seventh. Senior in eighth. Vern in ninth. Aaron Clark in 10th. Kenny Tripp still trying to recover back in 11th. Edmund Jones has a 9/10 of a second lead at the moment. Gilbert looks content to ride for the moment, lock in his points, and lock up his title. Jim Johnson, meanwhile, trying to run Gilbert down. Doobie hanging on in fourth, Emerson in fifth. Andrew Thornton now up into sixth. Joe Lux is on pit road. Kenny Tripp has had another incident. Oh, looks like Kenny just got a push up into the wall and it sent him around. He ends up off the racing surface though and does manage to save it. Kenny Tripp is into pit road now. Edmund still out front, but Gilbert has closed it down to half a second and pulled away from Jim Johnson, but Josh Doobie right there with Jim. Edmund Jones' lead has completely disappeared. Here comes Kenny Tripp back up off pit road. Looks like he needed some repairs after going for a tumble. Jim Johnson and Josh Doobie now battle it out. That's the battle for third as Doobie pulls ahead. Jim crosses back over though. Can he get him into one? Oh, they get close, but no wreck. Meanwhile, Edmund still holds a bit of a gap on Tyler Gilbert. Doobie holds on to third, but Jim looks underneath. And Jim gets a run off two, pulls back to third. Jonathan Emerson a second and a half behind, trying to close the gap as they battle ahead. 5 laps to go for Edmund Jones. Edmund has not had a win yet this season. Could tonight be the night? Gilbert in second, though. He wants it. Oh, right to the back bumper. Has to check up. Can he make something happen? 3 to go. Down the back straightaway, Gilbert looks down to the bottom as they go off into 3. Gilbert pulls ahead. 2 to go. Edmund still looking to fight his way back. Gilbert starts to pull away. Jim Johnson still holds on to 3rd, but Doobie is right there. They come down and get the white flag. 1 more to go for Gilbert. Down the back straightaway, Edmund has nothing left for him. And off turn 4, Gilbert wins and may very well have secured his title here tonight. Edmund Jones comes home 2nd. Jim Johnson comes home in 3rd. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Jim Johnson. Hey, Jim, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes.
Hey, that was a bit of a wild back and forth race, and man, it looked like you had something there early on.
Yeah, when you get turned, you kind of kill your tires, so I had to kind of let them cool down, and then I just did what I could from the back.
Well, you definitely made one heck of a comeback, and I gotta say, the battle between you and Doobie was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was fun. It was clean.
It definitely got dicey and close a couple of times. Both of you would get a big run and get right to the bumper, but having to back off. Did that ruin any chance of closing the gap?
Yeah. When I got spun, I knew I was in trouble then, because it's hard to pass. If somebody's comparable in speed, you can cross them right back over here. Just the nature of the track.
Well, man, a great job tonight. You come home 3rd. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Edmund Jones comes home in 2nd place, and Edmund, that got close there, looked like you might have had a shot at the win up until that last couple of laps.
Yeah, definitely wish I wouldn't have gave Jalpert a little bit more respect than I did. You know, he wants to start throwing bumpers, then we're going to have some issues. Which, he made contact to get around me. I'll remember that in the tour mods. I am racing tonight.
Oh, so that'll make things very, very interesting. Back at this track in the tour mods, almost got your first win of the season, but it got stolen there at the last minute.
Well, I do have the 1 tour mod win at Phoenix, but, you know, it's one of those, I try to race these guys with respect, and if these guys want to, you know, especially this disrespect right now. Hey, he wants to do a burnout in front of me. Yeah, it's coming back.
Well, man, congratulations. Still a podium finish, and looking forward to seeing this tour mod race. Edmund Jones obviously a little bit hot. Let's see if we can talk to our winner. And Tyler, that was an impressive win and a great comeback from the early incident.
Yeah, I was definitely playing the long game there. Unfortunately, got tied up in the beginning, but it paid off.
It definitely did. There was a lot of passing and a lot of excitement out there as you guys had to work your way back through the field. I know you had Tripp following you through for a long time.
Yeah, the biggest thing with these is it's so easy just to make a mistake and lose 2-3 tenths, so it's all consistency.
Well, you definitely had the consistency here tonight. Now on to the tour mods. Can you pull it off again?
Tour mods, whole different animal, but I'm hoping to at least get a strong finish there as well. I like this track and seem to do all right at it.
And it does look like you have, are going to lock up your championship tonight. You've got to be really pleased with that.
Yeah, it's nice to pull that off finally and lock it in for good. Consistency, really. This is the first race I've won this season.
Well, the first and likely the most important. Congratulations. That was a great win.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the tour mods in just a few minutes, and it sounds like there's going to be some fireworks. Don't go anywhere.